All right, we are now recording. We have scheduled 3 more Zoom sessions. It's November 8th and November 20th.
I need to talk about the November 8th. I'm supposed to leave that one.
Okay.
On the November 8th, I just realized that that's our report card pickup day.
Okay.
So I will not be off of work until after 7 o'clock. So I probably won't be home until 8. Do y'all want to do it for Thursday on the 9th instead?
For Thursday instead?
Mm-hmm.
That works for me.
Okay. All right. Okay, so right now we're going to move our next Zoom session to Thursday, the 9th, November 9th. So, Gwendolyn, it'll be on you to host. Going backwards again. Then the 15th, Cynthia and Tammy, you would have November 20th.
Okay.
To catch everybody up to date, at this point, we should have our 4 AppSell task papers done. We should have proof everybody so we can submit our peer reviews. Next step, I know we don't have to go in any order, but next step would be AppSell task 5, where it's that reflection piece. I know with everything else going on in our lives, we may have forgotten, but we have that reflection piece that's in there. And then next thing would be our case studies, 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. So if we can, on November 9th, be ready to discuss case study 1 and 2. That's our Zoom discussion. And then the very next week for November 15th, it's our case study 3 and 4. We're supposed to have a Zoom discussion, but that video we're supposed to submit.
Okay.
Okay?
So not the one I'm hosting, but the one after that is
Yeah.
the one that's being submitted.
Yes.
Okay.
So I know with all of them, we're recording them and we're holding on to them. So that one we can record as well and hold on to just in case we need it. But it's case we're supposed to submit. Yes, ma'am.
Can I switch? Can I switch with Gwen? Because I'm not good with recording. And if that's the one I need to record and submit on the 20th, we might not.
No, you
remember you wouldn't let you do it for me because the host you had to request permission from the host to record.
Yes.
Can we switch days? Because I don't want that to get messed up. You know.
That's fine with me. You said
right. Okay.
Okay, because Gwen know how to make a YouTube video and all of that with those.
Yeah, I figured that out. I got my first one loaded to YouTube.
Whoop whoop!
Yay!
I was like, I gotta figure this out.
Because we have to send those on the stream. What is it? The
task stream.
Task stream. Do we have? Oh, I better try to figure it out then, because I sure don't have time for that. This is just way too much for me right now.
I can make a video to show you how to upload to YouTube.
I really don't have time to watch any more videos. I've been trying to watch these. Our school is under investigation, and our district officer is going to be there tomorrow. They're wanting us to come up with writing rubrics. We just switched to art, American Reading Company, right? Just Tuesday. And we just switched from doing what we were doing from the whole beginning of the school year to different. We don't have all the components for it. It's just the biggest mess. It really is. Mm-hmm. And they wonder why we have an F at school. And I'm like, okay. And my teacher just texted me a minute ago saying, I'm doing weekly tomorrow. I was like, no, these children don't understand anything we taught. So we're teaching Eureka Math for math, and now we've just switched to American Reading Company, and it's just new to the school. They have never had a structured curriculum, and they don't have all the components, and there's not enough book for the math, and we're having to make all these extra copies, and we think we're going to stay at school till 5 and 6 o'clock at night trying to prepare for the next day, and then tomorrow they want write samples, and I'm like, just really want to quit. Moving sites, I am. I'm moving, asking the questions. After Christmas, I'm not going to be able to continue to work on that type of leadership. There's a local school, and I'm traveling so far, so there's a local school that I was going to start with this year. From me, and is willing to do my internship too. So I just have to contact, I guess, Miss Sumner and ask her, how to switch site supervisors, because I checked with my student advisor, and that's what he said, do switch site supervisor. But I don't want to switch until I get him to sign off on all my hours that I've already done, and then give him a 30-day notice, because he wouldn't release me from last year. I never signed a contract, but he said I gave him a verbal contract. So he mandated me to start the school year all the way back, driving that far. But I decided to stick it out till this first semester because we started school, this class. So it's got to make sense to me right now for me to be doing it. And if we don't need to be sending these meetings, why do all of us have to send them if we're doing it as a group? Why can't we just send them a copy of the meeting? All of this YouTube, and I've tried the YouTube video for a course before. It's kind of crazy. It takes a little bit of time, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm just saying this to say it, ladies. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I just don't.
You gonna make it?
And at this point,
it's lift each other up.
Well, I want to, but then I kind of don't even want it anymore, because there's not enough details. There's not enough. I guess and I'm a great online student, but this type of online, it's just got to be. They're making us do everything. They're not really helping us. They're just sitting back watching us. We're doing all.
Alert, 2 minutes out by ground, and on alert, 2 minutes out by ground.
Yeah, that's because I felt the same way you were feeling. The reason why they're doing it to us is because they're making us leaders. How are we going to be able to handle this when we have a school and we don't have a support system at school to help?
I mean, we have a mentor.
With
principals have a mentor, but other than that,
our problems at school.
Right.
So I felt the exact same way. I was like, I don't know. I got too much going on. I got a little baby, and I get more stuff too. So I completely understand, Cynthia, but I think you have great ideas, and I would hate to see you walk away from it, because I think you make a great administrator, point blank. And it's ultimately your choice,
Yeah, I don't think she can hear. She's on mute. But yeah, let me text her right quick. Oh, she's on mute.
I guess that beautiful and you missed it.
Yeah,
I heard you. I have a child care center. I've had it for 17 years. I have 2 grown daughters. I've been an administrator for 17 years. I went into the school system because I love to teach. I was getting away from administration because administration it can be a headache. So with us doing this, and me even looking at the principal at my school right now, he's not a good role model. He's not making you want to be in that capacity. So I will use my leadership add-on for something like a teacher leader or something, maybe like a literacy supervisor, because I have a master's in reading. I don't think I want to head of school. So I don't know if I'm getting enough a variety of leadership. All we're doing this together. We're hanging on in there. I need to send this app to who do we send it to? Task 5. Once we get the whole thing finished, who are we submitting
my stuff to my coach too? Whenever I had doubts, I've been sending to her.
Yeah.
They'll look over stuff. I actually need to send in my task 3 and 4 so she can see it. Hold up. Did I do my task 4 yet?
Last time I checked, you didn't have task 4 done. You had.
I can't do peer reviews because the only person I could do it on was me.
Oh, wow. You can't see mine?
I didn't see. I haven't checked late. I mean, this week I haven't even had. I started American Reading Company. I've been discombobulated. It's not that hard. It's just a change to do it. Getting the kids to do it. It's a good program for people that are not reading on grade level. But I teach 3rd grade, and it's the first year for ELG. So I guess I'm anxious because I don't guess it doesn't enough come forth for me. It doesn't teach case-taking strategy. So I don't know how well they'll do. They'll be good readers though when they get finished. They'll be good readers, but I don't know. So let's see. Case study 1 and 2. So what happened with case study 3 and 4?
We're going to do case study 3 and 4 November 15th. That's the one that we have to Zoom and submit the video.
So we're gonna. So I thought, why do I have November 20th on here?
Because that's the one.
I think that's the AppTail.
Yeah, we're supposed to be doing AppTail task 3 then.
So am I doing the 20th one or the 15th one?
You're doing the 15th.
So we got the 9th, the 20th, and the 15th.
Yes.
Right.
Got it. I just had left the 15th down. Okay. No, but the case studies are not the apps.
No, that's separate. That's side work.
Oh my God.
Right. You have to go in yonder, guys. I'm in a meeting. Go. Thank you.
So we have to do case studies together. We can't do those on our own, right?
You can do them on your own, and then we just have to kind of talk about what our answers were, and if you're struggling with something, get some ideas from each other, and then submit that Zoom where we're talking about it.
So the Zoom you have to do, Cynthia, next week on the 9th. We're doing case study 1 and 2, and it's only for discussion. We don't have anything to submit.
Right.
I kind of want to go on and do it, done with it, because the holidays are getting ready to come up, and I'm just not going to be into this whole crazy fake makeup stuff, because some of the stuff is like a scenario is not even real. It's something that's made up, so we have to kind of deal with that. So I don't know. I'm gonna try. I don't quit. I never quit. I'm so just kind of tired of this. It's like we're not getting anywhere, and it's not even making sense.
I hear you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So the only other thing that I had in my notes to kind of remind, because I don't know where everybody's at, things to come up, is the video we created to discuss our PowerPoint, our visible presentation.
Hello, say that one more time.
Okay, way back in September, the end of September for week 5, we had an assignment that said display an ability to utilize the strategic and creative leadership approaches to motivating others to positively impact a problem or concern by creating a short 3 to 6 minute narrated visual presentation that encourages others to assume responsibility and a role effort to improve. So it can still be what our action plan academic needs assessment is already about. We were just supposed to be videotaped presenting this information, and then we submit it. And so I was, as a reminder, reminding that we should have that video done to submit.
Now that's not on the discussion board either. You don't go in there. I think it's week 5 or 6, something like that.
That video I was
So you have to actually go into week 5 and submit it there.
Yeah,
I already submitted mine.
okay.
I submitted mine back then. That's the one I was telling you about when I did the PowerPoint for the
Yeah, and I was looking at your example. I just did not know how to motivate people with PBIS. I mean, I have some good ideas, but then I was like, all my ideas, I would need more people in there. So I don't know. I'm in my own way, honestly, because I want to be so creative. I want it to be awesome and amazing. And now that I know I have to present it, I was like, I don't want it to suck. So I started on something, but then I didn't like it. I was like, it can be so much better. So I need to just go ahead and get it done. Especially
I can share with you mine. I didn't do like a PowerPoint presentation. I just did a generic motivational, get involved somewhere, anywhere presentation. And I did a couple of clips from some TED Ed videos. And then had some stuff that I put in kind of like a slide, but and narrated some of it at the end. But I just did some video clips of some people saying some very significant things about how we can be a change agent and how we can be very proactive in creating an atmosphere where our children can express their learning and that kind of thing. So I'll be glad to share that with you. As a matter of fact, I can do that. I'll do that. I'll just email everybody that's in my group. I can email through the Blackboard thing, and I'll just email all of y'all a copy of that so you can see it, because I did a very generic motivation, get involved somewhere, anywhere thing, to just give people an idea of whatever you have. Like Cynthia, you're going to be in a unique position now that you've got experience in this school that struggles, so you're going to have a unique perspective of things that you need to make sure as an administrator you cover. You're gonna know where to come in and motivate your people. You're gonna know where to say, okay, well, we need to focus on this. This is a very important component. You're gonna know a lot of things that some administrators won't know because they haven't had to deal with the fallout like you're doing.
Yeah.
So
morale is what I really need to do. I have to really motivate these teachers that we can do this, because a couple of them are like a year away from retirement and they don't care. They just want to get through this year so they can be finished with it. And so then bringing in new curriculum, and they've been teaching 30 years. You can't tell them what to teach. One of them made the comment, she's not a robot. She's not going to be scripted, and nobody's going to tell her how to teach. So it's like they're just against it, and we're not going to see any change or any growth with the reading, if they have that attitude. So I was trying to, in my video or in my presentation, motivate them and tell them why they are important because of their experience, because of their years. But they're not 21st century teachers. They're like veteran teachers, and you can't really tell veteran teachers much. They think they have it all figured out.
Yeah, hard to get them to be an innovator. They're more of a, I got my template made and I'm using it.
It's work for years. Yeah, it's a struggle though. I'll be excited about maybe going to work with the principals and the school that I'm moving to. They are also struggling. They actually had $1 million grant, Ashley Academy, for vamping. They're trying to bring the school back. So they got rid of everybody, replaced everybody. So they're offering sign-on bonuses. They're trying to, but they are really particularly about the teachers that they selected. So I felt really good about going with them because I'm able to really make a difference, because that's what I'm here for. I don't want to just get a check. I don't want to get out of classrooms. Some people are getting in the leadership position. I'm ready to get out of the classroom. I can't wait till I get that position. And I'm like, I'd rather work with children than grown-ups. I just do. That's me. I don't want to be out of the classroom.
Yeah, I'm not even sure after I finish this program, I'm going to jump immediately into administration, especially at my school now. I'm like, I already started this. Why do I want to leave and, go somewhere else? I mean, I do eventually, and it's good to have that in place, but I don't feel like it's a need. It's not something that I would immediately need to do. But,
and I think I want to help other teachers become great teachers. I'd rather be a teacher leader. I'd rather train, do what do they call it? Induction, helping, new teachers that's coming into the field see that, it's not a lot of money, but you can make this work. You can make it work if you're here for the right reasons. But
that's right.
Some school systems are just hiring people with a college degree and putting them through a program, and they're really not qualified.
mm-hmm.
Well, and that was something that came out when I started my master's program a couple of years ago, and I just finished that this past spring. The teacher, the new teacher program that you go through, like when I went to Gaston County, I went through a new teacher program. I thought that was supposed to be the hands-on. This is what you're really going to see. This is how you're really going to have to use this program. You get all the theory and the practice and the wonderful doodad gadgets in the classes, but you don't get the nuts and bolts. You going into a class when you do your student teaching that's already been established. You know, it's already got rules in place. They've already got a routine and schedule down. They already know what the expectations are. When you start teaching, you know, your own class, you have to set up all of that. You have to work in your personality into your classroom management. Right. They don't teach you that. That's not something that can be taught in a book.
And it's going to change every year because you get different kids. You have to fill it out, and you got to have classroom management and motivate and engagement. If you don't motivate and engage students, if they're not crying to go home, they don't want to go home, and running your classroom, they're not going to learn anything.
That's right. So that's kind of where I'm headed with my administrator's license. I want to be the one to help find those resources that child wants to come to school every day because they don't know what's going to go on next in that classroom, but they don't want to miss it.
Right.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I made some notes, I guess. I guess we're going to do it, I guess. I'm just going to go ahead and start. Submit my paper to Miss, is it Karen Sumner? Are we sending stuff to her? We all have different coaches?
No, our instructor is Karen Sumner. Our coach person is different. That's that Phyllis Talent.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. She said she was one of the ones that would be grading you as far as recommendation for licensure at the state level. Mm-hmm. So she made the offer, if you want to turn things into her for her to critique before you submit it to TaskStream, she would be more than glad to go over it and give you pointers and tips about what she would be looking for when she either does or does not recommend for licensure. So that would be a good resource right there, because I mean, if she's going to be recommending or not recommending, I would rather take her input over anyone else's. You know what I mean? That would be a great resource.
I sent her my.
Are you emailing it
too? Yeah,
you're just emailing it. Okay.
Yeah, I emailed after I finished task 2, and before we had our discussion, I wanted her to look over it, and she gave me really good feedback. I mean, she said I was on task, so I was like, okay. You said like I wasn't doing enough.
Are they really sitting down and reading all of this from all of us? Really? I mean, that's when they're saying we're on task. Okay. Are they looking for certain things? I don't know. So that's what I'm saying about the
No, she gave me a lot more details than that, but summary, like to sum it up, she was saying like I was doing it right, and she gave me some other feedback, but I was like, okay.
33.
I felt like I was all wrong, but she said I was doing it right.
And when she came to see me at my school, she told me, you know how we have our I don't know if you guys can see this, but like how we have our little rubric to go by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She told me that they're looking right here for proficient. She said when they look at our stuff, if we covered this in proficient, they check it and move on. They're not nitpicking so much as grammatical errors or organization and all that stuff. That's what we have each other for, to check each other out and make sure.
Right, that's the thing.
And
they're using us to get that done.
Are speaking like professionals. But the main thing she told me they look for is they go to this rubric and they look at what we're supposed to put in our work, show we were proficient. She said once they see proficient, they go on. They don't look for anything else. So I mean, I know we still have to do the work, but they're looking to see if you're proficient. You can be accomplished, and they're accept that. That's great. But they're looking. She said they're looking for proficient, and then they're moving on because they know we've always got room to grow.
Right. Because this first we haven't even had hands on yet. So and then they really not giving up. We're making up this stuff as we go from other schools. Different place is different. Nobody's just going to ever be the same because we're all in different situations, different locations. Well, I think I'm going to go. I got it. I don't know if it's right. I'm going to submit it to her. If she resends it back, that's good. I can make the changes and modifications and it will give us time to get it right before we put it on TaskStream.
True. Right. And I feel like, too, the other thing with us doing our peer reviews, they're looking to see, once we submit them, they're looking to see, Demetria listened to Gwen and Cynthia when they did her task for it and gave her suggestions and told her to do something and say, I don't do it. Then they're going to what's the point of her reaching out to her peers if she's not going to take their advice and fix her paper?
No, that's what I did. I went back and redid it. And even like one you said, I didn't have any graphs. And you were right. because I forgot to attach it because I was doing a flow chart of how my plan was working, and I left it off. I didn't submit it. So that's what I had to finish up. So I finished that up, and I'm almost done with task 5. So I'm gonna do that this weekend. I just gotta dedicate all this time to just getting it done because I can't do a little bit here, a little bit there, because sometimes I don't. My days are not like that. So like if I have a weekend, I'll just say nobody called me, nobody looked at me, touch me, none of that, no food, none of that. I'm just gonna get all of this done. So I'm gonna do 1 and 2.
You strong.
I'm gonna submit test 5 to her. The whole thing. I'm just gonna submit it to Phyllis, and then I'll be ready on. So let me ask you this about the Zoom meeting. I set up a Zoom account, and I always have the same Zoom number. Is that supposed to be, or am I supposed to get a different number every time?
You have your own personal
Zoom number.
That's what you keep saying.
Yeah, okay.
When we do a Zoom session and you're the host, they give you a different PIN number. Because like when we were going to meet yesterday, I had a PIN number. I sent it to everybody, and then we decided we were going to do it today. So I had to do another Zoom session. It gave me a new PIN number for today's session. And
you just do scheduling when you want to go on the schedule? Okay.
Yep, I did schedule, pick today's date and the time at 6 o'clock, and it said submit, and then it came back and gave me the ID number so I could go ahead and give it to you all.
Oh, okay. I was thinking I keep getting that same ID number, but it works because it just zooms you in. But
yeah,
I'll see. But I'll have it set up for you. All right. Anything else, ladies?
No, I'm good. Anything else, Gwen?
Nope. I looked over you guys' review, and y'all sure my stuff looking okay? I mean, the only thing I could see about my was that Tammy said that my procedures for my PLC was a little vague, so I'm gonna go back and explain it in more detail. But otherwise, y'all sure my stuff looking okay?
Well, from what I saw, you were fine. The only thing I didn't see was something for task 4.
Yeah. I just had my PLC today, and we put it together. I won't present it to our school leadership team until the 14th.
Okay.
But I'm going to probably provide a link to the PowerPoint that I made for them, because my principal, she was like, oh yeah, I want you to take this data that you have and I want you to share it with SLT. So I'm doing a PowerPoint for her, and I'll include it in my paper and explain the process. And then after the 14th, I'll update it and say whether they approved it or not. But I'll go ahead and lay it all out.
Okay, well, when you get to that point, send me a text. I'll gladly read it and give you a peer review.
Yeah, I have to give you. I don't have enough. I haven't done it because when I went in, I did Demetrius. So I need to do. Tammy, you have 3 and 4 there now.
I have 3 that I'm going to finish up. I've already presented to my administrator, but I just haven't gotten everything typed up for 3, and then I'll type up 4. I should have it done either this weekend or by the middle of this next week, both of them at the same time.
All right.
Because I ran into some trouble trying to get my Word document to do that hanging indentation thing when I was doing my annotated bibliography.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
That about drove me absolutely insane. So
that's why it keeps changing colors too. You know, like it would turn like a grayish box, and I tried to just leave it on standard, and it wouldn't go away. So
I know.
For looking over it and it looked gray, I don't know how to take it off. Like, because
you sound like me. I'm just enough. I know just enough to be dangerous.
You might have to go to review. Are you in Word document?
Yes.
Go up to review and click on it, and then I was tracking my something. Remember, Demetria, you said I had that red line. I got rid of the red line because I was tracking something, and I had to click it off. But I clicked off under review, so it was tracking something for me, and that red line was in that left column over there, margin. It wouldn't go away just on its own. But I clicked on review, and then it showed me what I was doing. So whatever you're doing, you can see it under review. So get rid of the gray box.
Looking at it, I don't see it, but it's like when I touch it, it
highlights it.
It's great. Yeah, it highlights it, and I think it's mainly because I inserted from the reference, like how you can automatically insert your bibliography.
Yeah.
And so it turns it all gray, but when you click away from the screen, it looks like the rest of it. I don't know. It's not coming out. It's hard.
It might be, for that gray area, it might be linking it so that if you click on it, it'll take you to the reference page.
True.
So
No,
just
I thought so too, but it's not on there. It's like nothing. If you guys notice it, then just let me know. Because I'm not sure
you
if
have
it's
a good
something that
IT
I
person
can see.
You have a good IT person at your school?
Yeah.
I was gonna say reach out to them. They may be able to help you fix it.
Or type in Google it. Say, how do I get rid of the gray box from my text? It'll tell you what to do. It'll tell you. I'm not going to highlight it. I'll just type it in. They'll tell you, hit the control space key and it'll go away.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right. Well, Tammy, same thing for you. Once you are ready for task 3 or 4, if you shoot me a text, I will gladly read and give you a review.
okay.
No, you already have. How many reviews do you have, Demetri? Do you have everybody's?
I have everybody's now. I'm done.
Okay, let me get them. Well, we can do them too.
I need to do 2 more. We need to have 8.
Yeah, we have to have 8.
So I know I did yours, Demetri. I know I did yours, Cynthia, for 1 and 2. Demetri, I did what? Yours 1, 2, and 3.
You did 3 and 4 for me. I know for sure. So I'm done. I have all of my
I think I gotta go back and do Tammy's.
Yeah.
Tammy and probably one more Cynthia's. And
Okay.
then I'll
Mine are there.
Yeah, so we can do that.
All right.
Okay. So all right, everybody have a great week. And Thursday on the 9th, we will discuss case study 1 and 2 for Zoom discussion.
All right.
All right.
If you need anything during the week, be sure to send me a text. I'll be glad to help any way I can.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right. Y'all have a great night. Bye.
Bye.